What's up, man?
Hey.
How's it going? Intro time.
Maybe.
I'm glad you guys are back, so I don't have to do all the recording. Anyway,
we're here at what? Road America?
Road America, big boy track.
What a place.
Yeah, this place, been here a few times, and it is fast. It's probably one of my favorite tracks. It's kind of funny because on sims and racing games, I usually don't like this track because I think it's kind of boring, but in real life, it completely changes. Like every corner, it takes a lot of balls, especially the kink and all the back section. It's fast. And so what do I end up doing on a scary track? I take all my aero off. So yeah, kind of recap the season. We had a pretty rough start to the season. Had a lot of like mechanicals and some stupid errors, and then I think we eventually kind of gained momentum. Heartland was our first win. We did pretty well at Mid-Ohio, and then the last event at Gingerman, we did okay, even despite my huge brake issue. So we're coming into this event with all the drops accounted for. We're actually leading the championship. We are 9 points ahead of Jeremy Swenson. So 9 points is a very slim margin when you consider each race is about 25 points for first. So long story short, we just gotta kind of stay in front of them. But that's gonna be tough at this track because Road America has 3 really long straightaways and like a lot of digs from slow speed. And he's in a V8 Corvette that's been one of the faster cars this season. So it's gonna be tough, which is why I did a bunch of things to the car to kind of optimize it for this track. So once again, we're running the aero setup at Heartland. So we got the little mini wing, put a little gurney flap on it, try to increase downforce a little bit. We do have the same air dam setup in the front, so no splitter. So by taking the splitter and the wing off, we get to drop 6% weight. And on top of that, we actually got a new tune in the car thanks to Rick at Haltech. And he tuned it. We got a couple maps going on. So I think right now we're gonna run the 198 wheel horsepower map. Generally, we run this car around 180 to 185. So we're going way up in power, which means we're also adding weight. But I think power is the key here because at the higher top speeds, the only thing that's gonna push you through that drag is power. So the weight's gonna kind of negatively affect handling and braking, but I think we're gonna gain it back on the straight. So yeah, long story short, we're just gonna try to optimize the car for this track. Change the alignment settings a little bit to kind of compensate for the lack of aero. And I think we'll be hopefully competitive this weekend. So
you changed your front brakes as well.
Yeah, that's so after the drama at Gingerman, we got a much bigger stop set caliper for fast brakes. So previously I ran the ST42 caliper, now we got the 43. So significantly bigger caliper, and the pad, it goes from like this big to like this big. It's a huge upgrade. We got thicker rotors. So we're hoping that all of that extra beef can handle the heat better, because we're gonna need it here. There's a lot of brake zones, and I don't wanna have a repeat of what happened in Gingerman. So yeah, we're gonna play it safe. Yeah. And with the bigger brake kit, change the brake cooling around a little bit. We're using some honed air guides, and yeah, just trying a few new things. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this track. Hopefully we're competitive. We're going out in about an hour, and it is complete fog. Yeah, you brought 2. Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's you can't see anything.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun being on track, going about 130. But the bigger concern is it's not gonna be a daily track. So
right,
we're not gonna learn anything in the first session, which is a bummer because we don't really have that many sessions this weekend.
Yeah, because there's only there's one practice session.
Yeah, one practice. We go right into qual, and then race 1 later today. So the fact that we changed all of the setup and stuff kind of concerns me because I don't really have a lot of time to figure it out. But we'll just go with the flow and see what happens.
All right, so let's get it. what, 2 hours delay?
Yeah, 2.5 hour delay because of the fog. We're finally going out for practice 1. So I'm glad we actually have our practice. I was worrying that we're gonna just skip it and go straight to qualifying, because we have a lot of stuff we need to test this weekend and get the car set up pretty well with this new setup. So luckily we got a practice session. It looks like it might be dry. I'm kind of glad we didn't go out at 8 a.m. because it would have been completely wet. So going out for practice, we're gonna try a bunch of things, try wing angle, maybe tune the shocks a little bit, tape up the grill, see what works, see what doesn't, and try to make it a competitive package. So
cool.
Practice session done. We barely got any laps in, so it's kind of hard to judge the car. I do know it's kind of pushy and it's very stable with the low aero, so that's pretty confidence inspiring. So I'm gonna try to work on loosening the car up a little bit. I think we're gonna put sticker tires on now for qualifying, so that might change the tire dynamic of the car. So I don't want to make really drastic changes, but I think we're gonna stiffen up rear bar, maybe play with a little bit of rake. But other than that, I mean, everything else seems fine. Brakes seem to work. ABS does not work. I don't even know where to begin to check that. So it might be an ABS-less, non-ABS event, whatever. So. one
So
on
that was quality.
It was good. Stickers helped the car tremendously, and me just not being a bitch. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. Bleep that out. Kind of. No, just I don't know, just pushed it in the brake zones, pushed it in the corners. Honestly, brakes feel fantastic. It's such a firm pedal right now, whereas before, like, it was kind of soft and squishy. But like now, it's super firm and it's really confidence inspiring, which is kind of something that I've been hunting with this car forever. The problem is I don't think the ABS works still. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's too big of a project to investigate. So luckily, the brake system as it is right now is still pretty good without the ABS. The ABS is just there to kind of save me if I push too hard. But yeah, brakes feel good. The new tune feels really good. The weight honestly isn't too bad. It's 2,500 pounds, which isn't bad at all. The problem with that last session though is we had a TPS issue. So we replaced the TPS sensor, and I think that fixed it. But with the sensor kind of wigging out in the high-speed stuff on the straightaways, it was causing the car to go a little bit rich, which definitely cost me maybe a few tenths here and there, a few miles per hour. But I think we fixed it, so we should be good. And yeah, we ran a pretty good lap time. I think 6th overall, 2:31.0 on my 3rd lap. So pretty happy with that. It's pretty far off of Jeremy Swenson, unfortunately, who qualified on pole. But I think with the TPS issue fixed, we should be a little bit faster. But dude, the aero feels fantastic. I'm flat through the carousel, flat through the kink, zero drama anywhere. It feels really good, honestly. I'm really happy with the setup and the aero setup. Everything works really well. I just got to find about 1.5 seconds, which is, it's gonna be tough, but it should be a good race.
Yeah.
He's on the street tires, which means he's just gonna fall off later in the race. So I'm hoping that it's a battle near the end. That's what we gotta go for. So we got one race today. I don't think I'm gonna change anything on the car. I think it feels pretty good. We're just kind of checking over everything, checking the data logs. And yeah, we'll go into race 1 and hopefully we have a good race. So, feel good about it.
Yeah.
Dude, did not expect a second out of that one. I knew I had to get by Aaron quick because you can't pass that Cayman in a straight line, and I'd sent it on the outside of the carousel in the first lap, and I was like, make it stick, baby, let's go! And then made it work, and then we almost went too wide through the kink, but he backed out of it, and after that, then I was just trying to keep up with Andy and Tom and Jeremy. Andy's engine blew up, so that's unfortunate, and then I think Jeremy, he lost the gear or something because he had no speed above like 125. His car just hit a wall, so probably a 5th gear or something, which sucks. He still finished the race. I think he got, what, 5th?
Yeah.
So Tom ended up winning, so congrats to Tom. Came home 2nd, super pumped about that. And then Jeremy got 5th. Who finished 4th? All right, third was Aaron. 4th was Luke McGrew, I believe, yeah. And then Swenson in 5th, so it's good for the championship. Extend the lead a little bit, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Got to be opportunistic. I mean, it sucks like beating people when their cars break, but it's part of racing, you know.
Well, it happened to you.
Yeah, it happened to me quite a bit this year. So, oh, we got some setup work to do because the car handled pretty bad. So
bad. It's good. It's great.
Yeah, it was great in quali. It was not good in the race, but other than that, TPS issue is still occurring. But we changed Rick from Haltech. He changed all of the settings in the ECU to not rely on the TPS, like tip in and all that stuff. He made it rely off the map sensor. So there's really nothing that the TPS controls or can hurt, but hopefully it doesn't cause other issues, but we'll take a look at that as well. But other than that, car ran good.
Cool.